Oh, yes. I'm just looking at the course of action to be followed or avoided, the policies of each city, county, state, tribal government, and the United States of America. Yes. As I understood it, they had certain policies that they made laws, but it's really a policy of any employer in the United States that they can't retaliate against those that say they're discriminated against. Now, I know this is not a hot topic for bus systems or those that are involved in the government. You have to be very careful about discrimination. Ooch. But let's say you're discriminating against me. I showed you how you could use the judicial process to kidnap a man's sons. Ooch. And you decided, well, we're just going to arrest him and say that he's crazy. And then we're going to make him have mental health evaluations. And the whole time for the last 2.5 years, I've been emailing you that it violated my right to due process. And you made up some bullshit about how I have to have a mental health evaluation and I have to have treatment. Well, in 2011, I wasn't a resident. Um, you made sure that I didn't get notice of court hearings before giving custody of my sons to my wife. I think this court system actually fits the definition of a Class B felony kidnapping. One, she happens to be the mother of my 5 sons, and two, she wanted sole custody of my sons. And I sit here every day informing you of what the law says, and you decide to continue to retaliate against me. Pooch. Now, I informed law enforcement that when I emailed you videos from this location on June 16th of 2017, you are obligated to make sure that you don't retaliate against me, and I had thought it was a crime to not inform Jefferson County that I wasn't in Brennan, Washington. Now, you would say, well, we served somebody else other than yourself in the Squim Public Library because you wanted to teach. Are you retaliating today? Are you saying, well, he's got to go to Western State Hospital? We've got to involuntarily prescribe medication to an American citizen that is documented how you kidnap children and how you commit the second degree offense of the felony Class B. Now, I'm sitting here having to move to a hardwood floor where you don't want me to get my whistleblower rights. Pooch, you don't want me to sue you for the retaliation of making up the 2 count criminal complaint where I wasn't cyber stalking. Oh, you don't want me to have the evidence. You just want to cover the whole thing up so you can get elected to office. Well, Stanko, are you running for office or is that pasty sheriff? Why don't you get me the calcium balls underneath the shoulder blades and anything else attached? You're not going to dismiss the case, is that right? You wouldn't admit any evidence, ooch. You wouldn't read the protection order, ooch. You wouldn't prosecute for the forgery or the fraudulent use of the state court seal. And you would not do what the law requires. So, in your dog brain, you thought, well, we'll just continue to retaliate. We'll torture the shit out of the guy, and eventually we'll have him put in a mental health unit. What is the policy of the United States when it involves retaliating against somebody that has informed law enforcement of discrimination, whistleblowing, and violating the laws of the United States? It's going to be a multi-billion-dollar day, Sheriff. Did you really want